Hello to the empty stream. Or if people are in the VOD. Sorry, I planned on starting the stream a little bit before the game started, but I think I missed it. No, the game hasn't started yet. We're fine. Life is fine. Sorry, I'm messaging some people in the background. This is a great way to make a VOD, isn't it? Fun. Nah, I already don't like the way this is done. I'm experimenting with how I want to use potentially a 3D board. This is odd. This is coming from Pluto. Well, that makes more sense. I thought Alion opted into this and I was a little confused, but this sort of makes sense. Actually, let's try and rotate this down a bit so I can see the board a little better. I'm still figuring out all this 3D stuff. That looks nice. I didn't do a mic check. Oh, well, it came through on my stream on my end, so that's fine. We're all good. Let me grab this for this quick. I have to admit, I don't really know what I like more here. This is just odd, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Nothing too crazy happening yet. Still high on time too, so this is like completely fine and everywhere. Well, outside is pretty right now. I'm watching in my couch, and there is a really nice view at the window too, which is just comfy. This does allow c5 though, or capstone onto c5 kind of whenever, which I don't know how I feel about... I don't know how I feel about this. I think the capstone at c5 is honestly quite strong. I could be a bit crazy. Boris. I'm honestly quite surprised by a2 from Pluto. I think it makes sense. I mean, practically it makes sense. You either get a capstone at c5, or you get a5. If white plays c5 here, you're getting a5 and you're pretty much fine. There is this... Is this gonna get a little weird? I don't think so. No. I think this is fine. Might go grab pizza. Pizza with this would go insane. a5 kind of the expected move here. There's also capstone on d5, but I don't like it quite as much. Capstone on c6 as well, but that just feels like a worse version of capstone on d5. I mean, the goal is to get your capstone involved into this threat on the vertical, on the A and B files, right? As black, and the goal is to argue that your horizontal is in fact not dead as white. Pluto thinking. Understandably, I think a5 makes sense here, capstone on d5 makes sense here. Capstone on a5 feels wrong to me. Yeah, that's also what I'm scared of. There's this idea after a5 where a capstone comes onto a4, and you argue that the entire threat from black is completely, like, worthless. But I think that just loses the game, because the capstone for black gets onto c4, c5, and... I mean, your threat is dead, right? This threat of the horizontal is very killable. It's never enough. So eventually, white will have to do something. And then black will be kind of fine. Oh my god, he goes for it. He sees something I don't see. This feels wrong. I don't know how your capstone gets into the game. Yeah, I think you just, kill the capstone, and then what is it doing, right? I guess white pivots to a horizontal, and then it's, like, fine somehow. Yeah, just the capstone. F4 forces the capstone up. I think E5 is a good move here. This is getting a little freaky. A little too freaky for my liking. Clearly, Alion is aware that, like, this is a real threat, and that's why they play the capstone at A4. Alion is not the type of player to commit to something this goofy without having ideas for it. Can you just wall E5, though, and claim this is dead? I don't think so. Maybe. Like, my vertical is still alive, too. That's the worst part. It won't be alive after A4 up. This capstone on A4 is probably going to land on A5 if it has a reason to. If you ever force the vertical, it'll just come up to A5 and then it'll be completely useless. The problem is, I don't like... I'm a little scared. E6. E6 incoming. Also D6. I wonder which one is better here. E6, D6 kind of equivalent overall. They don't do the same thing. E6 forces the horizontal threat, whereas D6 allows you to pivot to the vertical. I don't know which one I like more, but they both exist, and I would be scared. Alion considering probably between those two options. I think they're the only options on the board. There's also F5, I suppose. Playing in this top right corner is kind of the only move here. It's not that everything else loses, it's just that, I mean, there's no reason to play anything else, right? There is a fundamental problem now, though. This is getting weird, because there's B6. Oh, that's cute! Oh, it's beautiful. And you're gonna have to, what, capture on the E5? Oh, that's disgusting. No, you can't. Oh, I think black is ahead. There's this funny tactic where, black can threaten the horizontal, or the vertical. If the capstone comes right onto B4, sure, you play B5 left, and then it's like, fine, I guess. Maybe you just play the game. Now that the capstone has been played, A4 right is a real move. The problem is you can't play A4 up anymore, because E5 left comes and it threatens stuff. Yeah, this feels, I don't know, black still has ideas on this vertical. This vertical is not yet dead. It is dying, but it's not dead yet. So, white kind of has to do something. But I don't think they have to do anything all that, like, problematic. None of the things you have to do here are bad. Like, you just chill. For anyone who is aware of TAC, that is, like, wondering, why don't you just play B5 down? Well, your capstone is stuck on the edge of the board. The D4 capstone can reach to B5, and it gets a free liability. And it's actually even, because you just capture a piece, eventually. Basically, you after B5 down, it's, what is a flat count? 7 to 7 plus 2, and then B5 down makes it 7 to 6 plus 2, and then D4 left 1-1 makes it the capstone coming onto B4 makes it 6 to 6 plus 2. And then it's completely fine, and there are basically no problems in the position. So the only real option here is for white to do something a little goofy. I think a4 right, b5 left is the option. I don't see a better way of doing this. The problem with it, though, is, like, it is kind of killable, right? Because you can just play a3 up, force the capstone left again, and then, like, wall it before or something, and then, like, what are you doing? Oops, I have a capstone on a4. Yeah, thinking. Again, like d6 allows you to pivot towards the horizontal, or towards the vertical. The main issue with this is you give e6 to black, which I'm not confident is the right play. Just because black has a vertical, potentially. Probably in a million years, but it's not a fake vertical. I'm a little... Alright. We're playing this. a4 right, I think the only move. I think if you play any other move, you're kind of just losing the game. a4 up does not work. e6, black has tack at the moment. White has to do something to stop this. I think a4 right is the only move that doesn't lose advantage. a4 up comes into e5 left. Ooh. Are you playing d6 down? No. That also looks awful. Yeah, I can't say I like this. For white. a4 right, I think, is the only move. I still think white is better. Because I think eventually you will play a4 right, and then a4 will come, and then you will play b5 left, and then you're completely fine and your horizontal is good again. But the advantage you get is that, like, black was hard committing to this vertical, and now they only have a horizontal that isn't really that good. a3 to... Okay, that was not something in my book. I like, actually. I see this. So I was, as Elion has a tendency to tell me, incorrect. There are multiple moves on the board here. b2 does force the threat again. I think b2 is an obvious move, but it might not be the right move. There could be, or it might not be the best move. There could be better moves here. I think this gets a little weird. We're getting into weird territory. I am amazed Alion, way back at move 7, committed this capstone onto a4. It felt weird. I mean, it's a pivotal decision in the game, right? I think black has a lot of ideas in the position. Let me clarify. To anyone who plays tack, that's going to sound a bit heinous. But I think black has a lot of ideas simply because white's capstone is kind of in the middle of no man's land. Right? White has a lot of territory at the top. Black still has ideas here. Do you just play c2? c2 turn? The problem is, like, Because this capstone is doing absolutely nothing in terms of the horizontal anymore. It's kind of just out here. But it is doing something incredibly strong for the vertical. I mean, this vertical is just massive. Overwhelmingly so. Oh, Boris, just shut up. Blah. I was surprised by Capstone A4, I'm going to be honest. I still don't know if I like it. Maybe there were better ways to play around it, but it was definitely... I think long term, it's like, okay. I think what makes it interesting is normally a capstone stuck on the edge of the board is kind of just dead to rights, right? But the thing is, it's not stuck because it has a pathway in. Like, no matter what happens, I think the part I missed is like, A4 can just come down for all eternity. So, like, there's no way it gets isolated out of the game. Interesting. Interesting. Can't say I'm personally a fan, but... Yeah, A3 is like the obvious move where you try and force the vertical. I think it's kind of bad. Because just A4, look for A4 down, and then... Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Black's capstone feels overworked. Because just A4 and the capstone comes up and you're... Continue it? Not quite. It's pretty close. No, there's A3 up, but no one wants to play A3 up here. I think just A4, obvious move. Don't see a reason not to. The problem with A4 is it does allow B4 left, which is scary. That's one of the no me gusta moves that I possess. A4, E5 left. Was? Why E5 left? Ooh. I see the vision. I can't say I like the vision, but I see the vision. I mean, yeah. I know. I'm aware that's what the vision is. I just... Boris is talking about this E5 left move in the future, which, to be honest, I don't hate. I just don't like it either. It feels like you're making a capture in the middle of the board that is kind of disconnected from things for no reason. Like, why? If the goal of E5 left is to play A5 minus, then white can just ignore and play capstone up. Or even A4 down. I mean, it's up to you, right? You have all of the choice in the world. This is scary hours. I am scared. The capstone coming up is, like, bad. Like, bad news bears. Like, very, very bad news bears. It's not Tinuum, but it's 20 different types of you're getting tacked. So maybe it's bad. Yeah, C6 minus E6. Forever. DD4 left C6 egg. Okay. Pluto clearly with a plan here. We're on move about 15. And, okay, c6 right, I guess, also exists. I can't say I like it. I don't like this position. This looks really bad. Black trying to get a horizontal. There is an argument after c6 right that you just play like c2 or something and ignore the problem. Or even just wall e6. I mean, there's not a reason not to, yeah? c6 also fine. I like c6 after c6 right. Pluto clearly ready to make this e5 left move. Fellas. No, it doesn't work. Okay, praise be. I was looking at d6 and d6 down, but unfortunately is just stopped by 2c5 right, and then the stack is defended pretty okay. Because, like, you just throw it somewhere, and it's kind of useless. Maybe good to win this stack, though. d6 down does win the d5 stack eventually. It is just chess. There's nothing to see, it just wins a stack with 6 pieces in it. It's just a matter of, do you want this stack? That's the only question right now. Or, I guess there's capstone right problems, but I don't think they're real. I like d6 down. Chaos. I'm a chaos player, though. I'm the type of player where if you give me a big stack and let me do crazy stuff with it, I will simply win the game. Well, not win the game, that's a bit exaggerated. But I'm well known for trying to make weird stack moves that, like, create a lot of chaos. Because I thrive in chaos. Just d3. Sure. No real reason not to. I mean, who cares at a certain point? Alion saying it's time to start warping around this capstone. Because, like, why not? This looks like bad. For black, I mean... Yeah. Agreed, Boris. But then just e3, and now, your vertical is faster? Is it? No, I'm blind. But that's okay. Because we have b3 anyway. But then capstone left. Is it d6 down time? I don't see why we're doing it like this. Oh, you just want a wall on d5. Fair enough. I respect it. I can respect the process. Wall on d5 is coming, I think, almost certainly. Okay. Okay, we see it this way. Boris, of course, being more like Alion and the quote-unquote better player, no, quote-unquote, being the better player, is always correct. Wall on c4. I mean, wall on c4 only move here. No, I'm saying earlier, I was thinking white would play sd5. Spread to a5 and then capstone up, or like, okay, I get free stack, and then spread onto a4 and then wall on a b4. Like, the stack is just huge, right? Does it this way. Just being mean. I mean, why not? I don't like this because there's 2d4 right. I actually kind of hate this. Like, 2d4 right is just a good move. Because this doesn't threaten the vertical yet, right? No. And where's this stack running to? Back to b5? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't like this. This doesn't feel like the right sequence to me. This is why I don't like this c5 stack, is because, like, it doesn't really do anything. Because, like, this throw with c5 is a 0 move. It doesn't... The wall, it has been paid off already by the stack. So... yeah, it could have done something the other way. I think it could have done more, but I don't like this throw. Okay, throwing to a5. Fantastic. Wall comes in. This is also a weird throw. Why are you allowing the wall to come up? Question mark? Ping? Was? I think Alion just misused the stack, straight up. I don't think there's much to say about this. I think that was just a misplay. Like, b5 right is fine. I personally don't like it because I think the stack doesn't do as much for you as you think it could, and it gives you liabilities that will probably be eventually in really strong spots for black. It's fine, but like, it's not like a huge move. It just forces a wall in a weird place. The problem is, this throw to e5 is just not good. c4. I mean, I think you just play c4 here, yeah? I do agree. I think the stack spreading to a5 right away is, like, quite good. I don't think it would have done a ton, because, like, I don't know how many you bring. Like, do you put 3 on like, 3 whites on a5? Maybe? I don't know. We're not in this timeline. We have... I am... Oh, I guess you can always play SA6 is the idea. D1 is incoming, though, and I don't know what the plan is. Oh, c4 also. I thought c4 was tack. On my stream, I cannot see that far yet. My bad. F3. Why F3? What? Yeah, I know 2c5 right defends. But the thing is, you want it to not get onto a5 early, because then you can just play a6. The whole idea is, yeah, force 2c5 right, and then, like, I don't know, something. Oh god! This just looks bad. Can you just wall a6 here and just win the game? The thing is, okay, the a5 stack is a bit in the middle of... there's 2 whole white flats next to it, right? So it's like... fine. Maybe you just play f5 first, Actually, let's count the flats. I think that sounds incredibly important right about now. Interesting, interesting. I like F2. I don't, like, it's not huge, but I don't like... Oh, I keep forgetting there's a horizontal. B3? What is the plan here? 40 seconds per player. Getting a little spooky. E2. I mean, I guess. Are you prepping something? I don't know what the plan is. Yeah, these citadels are like nice, but what do they do? Pluto with 15 seconds on the clock has to make a move incredibly quickly. I think the time pressure might be a bit of a problem here. I would honestly bring the capstone down. B3 I don't hate either. I think you bring the capstone down and then bring the capstone left and you're like, or like, I don't know, D3 over or something, and you're probably fine high, like, long term. Maybe F3 up is forced here though. F2 up looks fine. Pluto forced to deal with a lot of threats early. Just capstone down. Why not just capstone down? Looks beautiful. Fantastic. He agrees with me. Is this Tinue? No, 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 no. Okay, praise be. Oh, capstone down does defend. Is it time to fill with a wall? No, not yet. I think C4 first. But then the thing is, B4 down is coming. B4 down is like fine. A4 down also fine. C2 right I think is going to be the move here pretty soon. Or cap left. Either is probably fine. Do you want D1 first? I don't know. I don't know. This is getting weird. I think Alion is like getting forced into a lot of garbage right now that he doesn't want to deal with. Like, there's almost a Tinue looming on the left side of the board, too, just because of how many pieces are sitting over there. It's not actually a Tinue yet, and it never will be if this capstone stays here. But, like, again, if 5 seconds on the clock for Pluto. Pluto isn't gonna make a... Oh, Pluto makes a move! Okay, praise be. Thank you, Pluto. I need this game to be reasonably close. Yeah, D1, going for the vertical. I'm not a fan of this, because E1 might come. Capstone up instead. Yeah, this is kind of part of the problem. How are you defending this? Are you defending this? Are you defending this? Capstone left, I think, not only move. There's also capstone. B3 up is kind of funny, actually. I kind of like it. No! No! Alion clutches up with the clock. Tragic. Tragic way to lose for PlutoTheBrave. I mean, Alion, I think, unironically playing the clock there might have been the best move on the board. Does it? Because, like, what's the FCD right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 plus 2 to 12. And there's a stack on A5 eventually. I think you just have to defend this. With, like, a wall or something. Cap left, F3 plus, and then, like, wall right on D5 eventually. I think that's just the move here. I would have just played cap left and just prayed. Cap left, e3 will play. No, that's what I'm saying, Boris. e3, 2f3 up. And then if you play e5, now I can move the wall right, because I have a wall here that actually does a lot. And if you recapture onto f3, I can wall it? No, you can't wall it because there's tag. So you have to wall on like e4 or something. I'm not saying I like the position, but I don't think it's lost. I think it's actually kind of okay. I just think it's a little hard. Because if white defends this vertical and this horizontal, what is white doing? Or is black defends these threats? What is white doing? They have to make up 2 FCD where? Exactly? I don't see it. You're smashing d5 maybe? What are you talking about? White is down on FCD. Am I crazy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, black is up FCD right now. I just think long term it doesn't work. Maybe yeah. You force capstone left, e3, 2f3 plus, e4 right, wall on e4, something. Yeah. The thing is, like, after se4 and spreading to f2 with a +2, not a +2. What? So, yeah, I am not so confident about this. That's what I mean. Once you defend, where do the flats come from? Because I don't know. I don't think they come from anywhere. I think you have to make them out of thin air. Like, maybe you have to, like, play capstone right and then smash or something at some point and eventually. Like, c4 comes and then you, like, pray or something. I have no idea. But yeah, capstone left here I think is the move, and then 2f3 plus, and then play the game, and then pray. And I think it's kind of even. Oh, that is surprising. Was the stack throw just, like, bad, and then black just didn't capitalize because of time pressure? Or was it, like... I'm curious. Oh! Yeah, it's just... Black didn't know how to capitalize the advantage, which, I mean, fair enough. It's hard to capitalize at this point. But yeah, that is... That's about what I... Does Topaz say that it's like, oh, there's after 2f3s plus, there's f5 minus? Oh, gross. Oh, disgusting. Oh god, is that Tinue? No, and then you have to play capstone up. Oh, beautiful. That's the type of stuff I like to see. Heck yeah. See, that I agree with. If you do that garbage, yeah, I think white eventually wins the game because you force like a self-capture on a really ugly spot and then the wall is like useless or the capstone is like weird and then they probably are pinned for all eternity. And then you throw the stack away and it like runs to, I don't know, you can probably run it to c6 or something even and be fine. And then it's like, yeah, life is good. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to convert that. But I do find this incredibly amusing. Yeah, D1 was the problem child. What do you do about it, though? Do you have to play c4 left now? Because I think this left side of the board is, like, really scary for white to deal with. I don't know how you actually deal with this left side of the board. c4 left might just be good just to get the capstone out of the way. It probably doesn't work. But yeah. Good game. Unfortunate. Got weird. We'll be right back after this message. Not Tiltak. I wanted to check on the evaluations from Topaz. Well, Topaz isn't up yet, so I suppose I don't have the time. Maybe I'll do an interview with these homies. Actually, I wonder if there's an interview time. Yeah, this looks about right. White gets an advantage somewhere. Even throughout the game, white gets advantage somewhere. White converts the advantage somewhere. Oh, I need to change to hold this. There we go. I might change this at some point too. I need to change how I do the Topaz analysis stuff. I'm gonna go into the commentary booth. Well, not commentary booth. I'm gonna go into the analyzing game booth. Let's see if I can get people to come with me. Yada yada. Where does Topaz say the game changed? Does it like Capstone A4 here? It does, which is incredibly surprising. And then you just continue playing the game out. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, A4 is also interesting. I don't know if I like this particularly. B4 left is also the move I expected. Yeah, this is... Oh, you can't see. Topaz expected B4 left to come here, as you can see on the screen. Yeah, this just feels a little weird. C4 plus an option. Recapture. A3 up is what I expected. Yada yada.
Boom.
Oh, should I attempt to stream my screen? I don't know if it'll work, but I can try.
Sure.
I'm,
Is this live still?
Yes. Is that bad?
No. Just asking.
Should be noted, I suppose. Otherwise, who knows what heresy we might get up to in here.
Don't say anything too mean.
I'm, I mean, the obvious focal point of this game was... Okay, there's a few questions I have. One of the more obvious ones is, like, I'm amazed you were willing to play Capstone at A4. Is there any reason in particular you played it, or is it just, like, it looked good, or...
Well, there's, like, nothing else. So...
Fair enough.
Like, I got to this, but I mean, like, I obviously saw this with some look ahead.
Yeah.
But, like, in this position, if you don't play Capstone A4, you lose the game. So you play Capstone A4.
inclined to agree. I'm wondering if you can do f4 first.
No, you are unable to.
Why?
Because black just plays b6, and like, what do you do? What's your?
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, you just like lose.
blind.
You just immediately lose the game to Tinue, no?
Makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I think it is just a new AM. That's kind of tragic, actually.
It's not Tinue because of c4 left, but I mean, if you're playing c4 left, you've
C4
lost.
left,
You've
capstone
lost
A4,
everything.
capstone A6, and then you're crying about life. But yeah, or wall A6, I guess. That just looks awful.
You can also play b5 left, I think.
I mean, do you want to do either of these though? I guess b5 left is interesting because it allows open space for like a capstone to come into if you're a little silly with it.
But I mean, it's just all losing.
Yeah, this just looks miserable, so fair enough. I was a little skeptical of it at first, and then I realized that later in the game that it's not actually isolated because you can always just come down this giant pathway that's been built for it. So it's
you're not coming back to you're not coming down to A1, otherwise.
Well, no, but like
you lose the game.
Fair enough. Okay, I suppose. You get what I mean.
There's a lot of ways to lose this position. Let's put it that way.
I mean, it's incredibly even at this point in the game. I think this is all fine. I'm not surprised by any of this. Whatever. Yeah.
This is the. Oh yeah, and then there was like a slight funny here.
Is there a reason you don't play b4 left here, Pluto? Oh, actually, no. Alion, you talk first because you have something to say.
Yeah, so we need to roll back like 3 moves, I think.
Here?
Here. There's this like
a4 right as well.
Yeah, a4 right seems
fine, I think.
It's kind of awkward because you get your stuff stolen from you because like a4 right you get black gets a4 and then you have to play this, yeah.
The problem I'm seeing is like eventually there's maybe some line where like
so there are like a few issues. Like black probably wants to play. Is it b5 here? It's a kind of awkward to play b5, but maybe it works out because like a4 is weak. Kind of hard to think about this, but like basically
b5 is also b5 is also a little nice just because if you can move the capstone left, you can start sort of writing a vertical the other way around.
But just
which is
plus surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
so that's obviously the issue. And like if you do this, then
like do you have to wall e6? I don't know. E6. Maybe it's time.
No, I mean what I'm thinking of is like you have a4 plus probably at an opportune moment or like immediately.
What I was expecting is you have this, and then there's this problem where now the capstone is. If you eventually do this, the capstone is.
You don't actually want to do this because the capstone can go down still.
Yes.
I think. But on the other hand, you do have to do something interesting because otherwise the capstone will just come right back to b5 and you'll be in the same situation. Yeah. It's kind of hard to calculate this, but I just kind of vaguely liked it less than a4 minus. But what I actually wanted to talk about in this position is that like you obviously cannot go a4 plus because of this thing.
I was so happy with that.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
something. What was it? I was confused why you played e5 at first. It made sense, but I thought it was just defensive. And then I realized this problem because a4 plus was like the idea for the entire. Like until e5 was played, I thought a4 up was the idea, and then as soon as e5 comes onto the board, it kind of becomes complicated, right? Which is interesting. I like it.
It's very annoying. I was not happy to see that. But that means that it's a good move, so whatever.
I mean the game was good overall, I think. Yeah. In my humble opinion, this was an enjoyable game to watch. Although quite chaotic in the
Yeah.
end, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Now,
Okay. Your question to Pluto.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not b4 left here?
True.
Is there a reason, or is it just
I think
no te gusta?
it was my instinctual reason was because I don't like the capstone coming left. In hindsight, that's probably completely fine.
Well, it's the PV.
It's like awkward, I suppose, right? I mean, maybe there's like some line
it's
where
like it's annoying.
this happens.
It's annoying to play around, and I also had this idea of if I get c6, I can kind of pinch out the white horizontal, which didn't end up happening because I just missed the fact that after
Yeah, I was quite
e5
surprised.
left,
And then
you just
like
play
e5 came, and
you
I'm
just
like,
play e5.
you were so
and I'm
surprised
like,
by this, and I'm like, that's unfortunate. But
yeah,
it happens.
I saw it and I was like, well, I guess that's fun, isn't it?
Also, in hindsight, I think I should have just immediately sent c4 plus after c6 minus.
Yeah, that is exactly what Topaz recommended. Is build some stuff and then like this happens and then you
No,
play C4.
yeah. Because it's... I wanted the double threat, but it just doesn't do anything.
I was looking at d6 down, actually.
d6 down is...
Yeah,
No,
I mean, I would have just
no.
captured.
Yeah,
and
just
then,
take that,
like, put in a
whatever.
wall.
Like, just...
No, as
Well,
in,
no,
like, with
you don't...
flat, because otherwise
You
I'd
probably-
use to a rope.
And then just like wall somewhere, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like,
It's like mildly
Yeah.
annoying, I guess. Like, I guess I just run away, probably.
yeah, and then I just wall again, and like, neither of us have any
I don't
threats.
think d6 down is good, but I just think it's cute. It's quite funny.
Yeah, fine. And also, like, even if like nothing that black does works immediately, then black always has the delay at a3 plus. So that allows black to avoid any like bad stack war.
Yeah, a3 plus is kind of what was... I saw a3 plus being an idea for a very long time. I was surprised it was never played.
By the way, would you show OBS again for like a split second? I have a feeling that
I'll ignore all
the
of this.
levels are completely screwed up.
Do I have desktop audio? Wait, too. No, okay, the thing is, desktop audio is... Oh, wait, that's right, there's people talking now. Hold. You guys should be audible, though. The thing is, normally I'm incredibly quiet, so I had to bump myself up. Stream,
Okay.
let me know if
I'm
I'm
just...
far too
I
loud.
think... Yeah, I think you're quiet still compared to us, but whatever.
That's actually insane, but fair enough.
Anyway.
This happens, yada yada, b5 or 8. This is fine. I personally don't like this as much. I was gonna play like a wall at d5, but I think b5 right is probably better long term. Boris also agreed with you. sc4, obvious only move. And then, yeah, this is the one that concerned me. Is there a reason you played this, or did you just not see the capstone coming right, and then you were like confused about life? Or...
I just straight up thought that the capstone has to go up for some reason.
Fair enough.
So and by the way, that's like the best move.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's better.
And then I thought that like I spread down and basically win the game.
What is the idea here? Yeah, this was like something I saw. I
don't know. I just like saw like this. Yup. Play like and then like play like d5 or something.
Like, yeah, d5. Probably just
and
cap
then
comes down. No, cap can't come down. I am a little silly. The thing is, like,
cap can come down. That's sort of the problem. The cap can go down, could come down all the way to e3. And like I just straight up did not see any of this. Like I mentally just blanked on.
You were just like
everything.
Yes, I have good throw, and then
Yeah. The throw and the flats are like far away from. Flats are far away, and then I have like infinite threats. It's just like life on easy mode. But actually, I just lose the game. So
Well, the problem is it's also a 0 move. That doesn't really do enough. Like, every one of these moves you're making is a 1 move. Or, that's
minor.
0 moves. This is 1. Like a +1.
Minor,
So
minor positional misevaluation.
Yeah.
Whatever.
For the stream, I don't have it on, but you can't see. I'll turn it on real quick. You'll see the plus 53%, and then this move is played, and then it goes to minus 47 or 46%. It's a little tragic.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, Topaz isn't God. It's just pretty close. But
Yeah.
this position is
No, I mean you
I-
cannot really argue with Topaz in this position. Like Topaz is right, like the human is wrong. It's just too complicated.
This gets interesting.
And then the other thing is like I spread left and fully forgot that A4 is hanging. Like that A4 now has 2 liabilities and is hanging. I don't know. I just forgot how to play tag for these two for a few moves.
This was also weird to me. Pluto, is there a I mean, it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. I understand the idea. Tack threat, buena, life is good. I was surprised by 4 before my right, but it makes sense to tactically stay in the position.
Yeah, I mean, no other move here.
Is there a reason you did you just like this because you don't want to deal with the threats?
Bro.
Basically? Or Pluto, not you.
Hang on. What am I doing other than going my capstone right? Just a full question.
No, I mean, in this position, losing.
Yeah. What,
Yeah.
like capture C4? Like, what are we doing?
It also just puts your capstone on a pivotal square, so even though it's kind of a 0 move, it's fine.
Sort of needs to happen.
I was more asking Pluto, is there a reason, this is obviously to make the threat. Is it just because, aesthetically you like the threat and this position more than, dealing with stack junk? Or is it just,
largely. I also think you need to, I think the good stack throw, if you want to go left, is going to C5 left 1-1.
Yeah,
I think
that was my PV.
Yeah, which I just didn't see.
And
C5
Topaz PV.
I thought
this?
No, this is bad.
that's bad. That's bad. That's losing
What?
for
Why?
black.
Well, you don't have a threat now.
Yeah. So now white just kills you.
Oh, this way.
Yeah. Because that's a threat, and you also get the stack.
That's a threat. It's a stack, and if white recaptures C5, then you also just come back.
So you basically have to play this anyway.
So sort of.
You could probably just do this high key and be fine.
No, you probably don't want to do that. I would expect that you want to just play.
Capstone left match. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, whatever. Not sure.
Those were I think those were some of the main points in the position I was curious about. I'm obviously not as good a player as you two. You two are vying for #1 spot in the world right now. So I don't have the right to really claim anything beyond this.
Well, I'd say I'm vying for to be #1. Rather than vying for #1.
F2 was.
I like this idea.
F2 was nice. I liked it. And then I build a citadel to make Will happy.
Yeah, be more happy.
Yeah, and then everything is fine, and then I play D1, and then I die because I don't have any time.
Yeah, here I was even considering can you start thrashing this left side of the board because it's so
you can
full. You can't, I know, because you can't do this because you just capture onto it and it's just fine.
I think you can go B6 minus.
B6 minus capstone up.
And then
that's still the same shape of a problem. as you got in the D1 scenario.
Still no te gustas. Although this does allow this very funny, like 2b5 minus move. Because the cap is too fat to do anything with it.
That's kind of funny, but I think you just like wall on
Yeah, you just
C
wall them
on
face.
B4 and
And then if
win.
you do it this way, you just wall
Maybe.
in the face the other way. I mean, it's...
You cannot wall this. You cannot wall this.
Oh, yeah. So I guess you just... You don't want to capture...
Because you get absolutely styled on.
You don't want to capture like this. So you kind of...
No, probably not.
Okay with
I
my,
think
like,
just A4
E4
right.
Yeah, this is
A4
probably
right
fine.
is probably fine.
And then you just, like, are happy with life. I would probably just play 2b5 minus just to ignore the problem.
And like the other thing is like
be honest.
white is in a very interesting spot in terms of the capstone. Like the capstone really wants to go to D4 right about now, probably. And also white gets to play like, you know, his choice of D1, E1, F1. Which
Yeah.
yeah, the vertical thread is like sort of scary.
I thought it was actually, like, kind of fine after you defend, because it's like this, here,
Yeah, you have to do this, but then E3.
and then E3, and
Yeah.
then capstone, and then this
Then
up, and then, like, I don't know, E4
you
late
have
or
to do
something,
something.
and then you wall. and then it's, like, GG.
Uh,
But the problem is, me and Boris were talking about this, there's F5 minus.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, F5. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like, this is a topaz move, but yeah, it's a little gross. And it kind of just wins the position on this spot. That's the move I missed, because, like, you don't want to play, like, F6 stuff here. I don't like... Well, no, you can play F1, I guess, because, like, you have to move the stack up again, I guess?
I'm low-key also looking at just capturing... like... Yeah, there's a lot of ideas here now. It would take a while to complete all of this out. And like considering I have like a slight time advantage and
like
I
you're
like
also
Pluto has increment
down
only,
FCD
then he's...
kind of like the FCD is kind of
Yeah,
so it's
I am down-ish though, and also A4 is still like yet to be exploited weakness.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I figured you would just play A6 at some point and ignore it, but
yeah, but like it kind of it's a coin toss who gets the first like
it's a parity
opportunity
problem,
to
you need the tempo to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't.
And like I don't. This is like one of these weird end games where you don't get to have like free moves, if that makes any sense. Because like in many end games, you just end up lazily filling like reasonable positions with flats. But in this end game, we're just at each other's throats all the time.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know if I can call this the end game yet. I think it's almost like the late part of the middle game still.
It's like it's like somehow it's a middle game, even though even though the flats are.
Yeah. I was gonna play on move 30. I was almost certainly gonna play SE5, which is not like winning, but it's much better than D1.
Like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like it's just a safer move.
Now you can play capstone.
This is
now E3 comes. Now happy days. Life is fine.
Yeah.
Still low-key a problem.
It's like annoying,
it's a problem,
but it's not
but
like the end of the world, right?
Yeah,
you can't
like
do
it's
this where
controllable.
Like,
the time I have that.
Hold.
Can
you smash
that's
it? No, that's been
the road.
Freeze
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to check.
Does that work?
Smash? No, because the capstone just comes right.
Well, no, because it's a road.
Well, even if it was, even if there was a magical wall here that appeared out of the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, it still doesn't work.
Yeah, the cap. Yeah.
I mean, the capstone comes, but then you like go.
No, then you move the wall. You move the wall to the right.
Which wall?
I guess no. Then you like magically throw to D4, and then I throw up to E5, and it gets weird, and there's like garbage. But yeah, you
It's
can't let
probably
them. Will not matter.
yeah. If you can make a magical throw, then it's probably good for white.
I thought this position was going to get quite interesting, and then it didn't, and then I was sad. But I mean, it happens. I
I
think
was also
Alion, like,
sad if it makes you feel any better.
to be completely honest, I think Alion. I don't know if this is true. This is probably the last question I really want to ask, but towards like the middle to end game, after this b5 right thing, and then realizing that like the flats are getting weird, did you just were you playing like for the clock, or were you playing for like moves?
I did need to like step it up. I was like playing clock aware, I guess, because I knew I needed time for whatever was going to go down like right around here.
Yeah.
And Pluto just didn't have the time for that, so I won.
Makes sense.
I
mean, it's interesting because like when you're the one attacking, using your time is a lot easier than when you're the one defending, right? I think.
Sort of, yeah.
It depends on how easy your defense is, but
yeah, it's well, okay. Generally speaking, I think attacking is easier than defending in most ways.
Yeah.
Because like you just need to follow one of the lines, whereas the opponent has to see all the lines that you could want to follow.
That's a good way of putting it.
So, yeah, like it's inherently asymmetrical in that the defender has just more lines to think about because like, although this is on. I mean, in a technical sense, this is just completely wrong, right? Because, like, even as the attacker, you are supposed to look at all the lines.
This is something I was getting to earlier, though. Is like, I agree. Because, like, okay, if what you're getting at is if you're the attacker and you're making an attack, you have to check that the attack works first.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to be said for, like, a lot of Tinue-ish moves and like strong attacks come from moves that are like, you find one move where a lot of times it's not very obvious, but if you can find the move and claim the position looks good, a lot of the rest of the moves following it are quite obvious. And so a lot of times it's about finding a single move. And finding that single move is hard, and finding that single move often requires you to think about whether it works or not. Can I throw here, or is it just going to lose me the game because it's not actually a road, etc., etc. But I think the better you get at finding these sorts of strong positions, and being willing to make tactical moves even if they seem a little exaggerated, it can make it a lot easier to make these sorts of threats. Simply because I made one weird-looking move, but then all of the rest of the moves happened in about, like, 5 seconds.
Sort of like the stupid thing that happened. Like, this game is actually a nice example of this principle, and also an example both ways. Because like, this is like a simple attacking move, right? And like the few preceding moves are also just kind of obvious for white in some ways.
Like, the hard part is setting this up, right? Is like, okay, I need to. I mean, it's obvious if you like know how attack works. But being like, okay, I want to set up like this potential double threat that like kind of pins things, and like I get to thrash a lot. So when the capstone comes up, it's like I may have an advantage. And you don't really need to think beyond that. And then once you have this opportunity, you take it, and then you just play all of the obvious moves in a row, and it's kind of fine.
And then the other one is like I had to play e4 anyway because e4 is like tag for black. So
oh
yeah, I like e4.
So it's sort of just like the most obvious move in many ways, but
it's a very intuitive move.
Yeah, and then the last thing is that like what I wanted to touch upon is that previously, like I also did like what seemed to me like an obvious attacking line with the stack throw, but it was just wrong. So yeah, it's not.
It's I think that's kind of what it gets into, right? Where it's like, on the other, that's a really good example, actually. On the other end of the coin, if you think I have a really strong move that gives me an incredibly advantageous position, and then you're wrong, and you get punished for it, A lot of the,
Yeah.
like here, a lot of the moves from black are quite easy because the attack doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a
Yeah.
trade-off. But I think a lot of it is about finding the one move that makes your position stronger, which I think is what makes tax so interesting, right? It's like so much of it is about like singular move that could win or lose the position.
All
Which is
right.
fun. Okay. I
Right.
think I've taken enough of your time as is.
Thank you for the game.
Yeah, thank you as well.
One day I'll get you.
We will meet
One day.
again eventually.
I instinctively thought you
Yeah.
were talking to me.
Look, thank you for the commentary.
Yeah, thank you for
I'll
the
look back on it.
commentary and the interview.
I'll be very sad.
I hope it's fun.
Yeah, cool.
The VOD will be up.
See you around.
So bye
Have a
bye.
wonderful rest of your day to both of you.
Do. Bye.
Good day.
Boris left too. That's probably going to be it for the stream, I think. There's not really much more to say. This is, as Pluto was kind of saying, a bit of an expected result. It's a little hard to say expected because, like, Pluto and Alion are both incredible players. But Pluto is, also, oh god, what's the right way of saying this? Pluto is, generally speaking, not as good as Alion is. Not because he is simply a much worse player, but because Alion has shown that he is capable of beating PlutoTheBrave relatively consistently. And, this game, I think, kind of showed that in a weird way. Where, like, Pluto often gets okay positions against Alion, and is able to create something interesting, and the game is quite close. And then eventually Alion just clinches it out somewhere in the ends, and Pluto isn't quite able to convert, and it gets a little complicated. It was fun, though. This was a fun game. I hope you had a wonderful time hanging out in the stream. I hope my commentary was not quite as subpar as it could be. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. That will be the all for the stream. Goodbye.